Why is the quality so shit about my camera? Because sometimes I mean, I can listen. I can get 1080 back when I'm back in Quebec, but not before. Do I live in Europe or Canada? Canada. I'm just staying here until the end of the season. Drop money on an international trip for 3MS Gaming? I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I can't complain at all. It's like, what if I told you guys that the way my YouTube, Twitter, and fucking like Twitch, TikTok, everything, I've been going crazy. It's like the return on this Europe trip was like worth so much more. So much more than the investment. Oh, this guy's dead. Nice. If I told you that me getting that kill actually meant everything, by the way. It's like me getting that kill actually meant everything. Because now I get a long sword. Have I thought about living in Europe? Maybe next year. I mean, like, maybe the thing about me, though, I'll tell you something. It's that I don't think I'm ever going to live anywhere, at least for the next, like, 2-3 years. I'm just going to be, like, a nomad. Does that make sense? Permanent traveling nomad. Just, like, visiting the world, exploring new places, playing League on different regions. Korea trip when? Next, late spring, early summer next year. They never expect the line gang. You know what I mean? It's like they never expect it. Does my mom miss me? I mean, I call her every day. Every day after I end stream, I like FaceTime my mom and then my dad. And then once every few days, I call like my aunts and like grandparents, stuff like that. I mean, they say they miss me, but I'm be honest, I'm so preoccupied with League that the only thing I focus on is like what's in front of me. So I don't really think about home too often. Good. Perfect. That's sweet. You know what the funniest thing was? So like 2 days ago, I called my mom, right? And I was telling her like about how well like my streams and everything were doing and like YouTube and stuff. And then she was like on the couch with my dad. And then she sits there and she's like, oh, okay, you know, like good. And then I said, I was like, yeah, I don't think I'm going to go into school next semester. I think I'm going to like just do this full time. And then she says, of course you are. Why would you go back to school? So I was like, oh, cool. Because like my parents were always the people who were always like, they're like, oh no, like you need to like stay in school. You need to like do this, that, this, that. So now that they're actually seeing that like my streams are, I guess like taking off the way I always said, I was sure they would one day. It's like they're a lot more supportive of it. And it was just like funny to see. Because even my dad, like my dad's usually the one who'll always sit there and be like, oh no, like school for sure. But even he didn't say anything. He's like, he's supportive of it too. So that's why it's fun. Best mom ever? I'll tell you guys a story. So there was this one time when I was 50 viewers, I had this like crazy viewer, right? This crazy viewer. And this guy, he like found out all like my information and everything, right? And the guy would literally like sit there and like, he'd call my house, he'd like scream the N-word at my mom on her fucking like cell phone and shit, right? Like, the guy would like send gore to her email and shit like that. And this is back when I was like 50 viewers, you know, like I didn't really have anything going for me. And the crazy thing is that when it was happening, not once did my mom ever say like stop streaming, you know. She always just said, oh, like we'll get Interpol involved, like we'll deal with it. But not one time did she ever say like, okay, no, you're gonna stop streaming or anything like that. Like she's always been super supportive of it. So that's why it's like, I don't know. It's nice to have that kind of like support, you know. Interpol W? I mean, no, Interpol was actually a fucking fat L. They went, knocked on the guy's house, and they said, yo, can you stop? And then he said, no, I'm autistic. So because he had mental problems, they couldn't actually like charge him. So then he kept doing it for another month until he got bored. And it was funny because then when I got cheated on, he sent an email to my email and he was like, lol, you got cheated on. And he sent a picture of me when I was like 11 and I was obese. And then he just called me a fat loser. Oh man, I like that guy. I was actually thinking of him today. The first clip I saw of you was the "Am I not allowed to have acne now?" and I didn't know it was her character, and I thought that you had a bad relationship with your mom. No, it's not. Listen, so a lot of people like they don't understand. The thing about me and my parents, the way I'd explain it to you is that we're like friends. Does that make sense? So it's like I can sit there and I can show my parents can show me, whatever. But it's like control, not control. But like it's like it's like we're chill. Like I don't know how to explain. If you went to school, what would you study? Me? My plan, well, my initial plan when I first got into college was I wanted to become a veterinarian. But then after one semester in a health program, I was like, this shit is way too much fucking work, ICBA. So then after that, I switched into business. And then my goal was to get a degree in business and then go into college for business. And then after business, get a degree in law. So my goal was to get like a double master's in business and then also law, and then become like some kind of like international business lawyer or something like that. But then COVID hit, and then I started streaming a lot more, and I enjoyed that. So it's like, dude, you know what the funniest thing is? Imagine me as a lawyer. Imagine me as a lawyer. They bring up the defense, and I'm just like, I just say, it's like he's innocent. And then the guy's like, okay, what's your defense? And I say, it was all in game. You know what I mean? And I could literally just like give cancer. But the only problem is my fucking clients would go to jail and shit. Perfect. So what I told you, there's no way to play against a fed Belveth. Yeah, we should not be doing this. Perfect. Do I think I could take mid-beast in-game? Get me some numbing cream and I'm going for hours. Fuck! In-game! Nah. Oh wait, you meant like out-jungle him? Yeah, for sure. How does that voidling stuff work? So when you get a true form from either Baron or from Herald, then you have your true form last for 3 minutes, and when it lasts for 3 minutes, it spawns little void things. Just Herald this shit open. Oh, I almost got that. Fuck me. Dude, I fucked that up because I thought that my Q coming up was going to be this one, but it was that one. Funny story, do you guys know the word incident derives from the Latin word sident? Sident means like universe. So it's like incident means inside the universe. Did you guys also know that I just lied to you about that and I completely made it up, but some of you actually believed it? Welcome to misinformation. Just casually misinforming everyone out of entertainment. We can just force mid, right? And then we just sublin him. Oh shit! Okay. Guy just insect the Janet or the Jinx incest. Did not check me? Funny story actually, there's something that's not true, but a lot of people still think it is. So years ago there was this like thing that a lot of people were saying that every year the average person eats 3 spiders in their sleep. Like they sleep with their mouth open and then there are like 3 spiders that they like eat, right? Type 1 if you ever heard that before. You know that thing was actually a misinformation thing to see how fast misinformation spreads on the internet. Like it's not actually real. I'm not even kidding. Okay, we should be good. I mean, dude, we don't need a Baron here. We can literally just straight up end. Oriana has to do his flash QW Jinx. Jinx is dead. She's 3 items. Nice. Well, we got a good game in this game. Can you stream sometimes shirtless? No. I would never wear revealing clothing because wearing revealing clothing just shows that I have, like, no self-respect. That's why every time I stream, I always like wear clothes that cover up my body. Alright, hold on. Let me go to the bathroom. One second.